better.
You're watching Real Health, and we've explored the topic of chronic upper and lower back pain. As with any health condition or disease, preventing back pain is better than trying to cure it after it's set in. So even if you're not experiencing back pain symptoms at this point in time, let's get some do's and some don'ts from our guests. One thing would be keeping your weight in check.
Yeah.
We forget that, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Stress is a big thing.
Huge, because we find that the whole dural membrane contracts from stress.
Yeah.
And the dural membrane surrounds your brain and your spinal cord.
Okay.
And every nerve that exits it.
Yeah.
So, of course, if that's really contracted, your whole membrane system and the nervous system, but also the whole spine and the alignment of the cranial plates is all under a huge amount of tension. So I find that releasing stress is huge. You know, whether you do it through meditation, relaxation techniques, grounding, going outside, walking barefoot. People don't do that often enough.
Yes,
also, grounding is fantastic. They say that 10 minutes a day of walking on the grass can release 8 hours of the effect on your nervous system from what's like wireless and
and EMS
electronic
frequencies,
yes, all the
electromagnetic
electromagnetic
frequencies.
frequencies. Just 10 minutes walking on the grass can release 8 hours worth. And that has a huge effect on our nervous systems that we don't actually recognize. Just being aware of, how your keyboard is set up and all of that. You do need to be aware of that, because it will affect your neck and your posture.
Yes, okay. So should it be propped up?
It should be a little bit propped up, that you've got your wrist should stay in a neutral position. So when you're doing that, it should stay in a neutral position. If you're starting to overextend your wrists, then it's going to start putting a lot of tension on the shoulders, which your neck will compensate for, and then obviously your whole spine starts to go out of alignment.
How should we be sitting when we're driving?
Well, one of the main things we tell people while they're driving is try and keep your hips higher than your knees, so you're transferring that load.
Okay.
So you're not sinking into that spine.
But the seats are very much designed in a bucket, aren't they?
Absolutely. So if you can keep slightly elevated, maybe that helps relieve some of that sort of tension and compression.
And pushing back into your headrest?
So having the headrest is there for a reason, I suppose. So keeping the base of the skull slightly back, which is quite an unnatural position for a lot of us to be in.
It does feel like
because we're all here.
Yeah, but especially that poking chin posture, because that's huge these days.
Yeah.
It's the TV screen. I mean, the computer screen and typing on the phone and all of that.
Yeah.
So I think just like what I've said to some of my clients that have got very poking chin postures is every time they get to a robot, push their head back into the back of the
It's
seat.
mindfulness and being aware of your posture all the time.
Yeah.
What is good posture? I mean, I remember in varsity it was a case of rolling your shoulders back and then just relaxing your hands. This feels very weird. I feel like I'm a robot, But is that correct posture?
Good posture is when you are stacked.
Okay.
Stand in front of the mirror or get somebody to take a photograph of you from the front, from both sides and from the back. And you will see immediately if you look at it. You draw a line through your body, just drop a little line through your body, drop a line across your shoulders, and you'll see that line will bisect your shoulders. One will be up, one will be down, hips will be up and down. Knees, are they both facing straight ahead, or is one turned out facing in that direction?
I feel like we're going to take selfies and be like, oh no, I'm not stacked properly. You know what I mean? You're going to need picture references.
Or you can do and it's a simple wall test that you can do. Get your back up against the wall, base of the skull, base of the shoulder blades, base of your spine, feet about 5 or 10 centimeters away from the skirt or the edge of the wall. Place your hand behind your back and see if you've got some space or no space in the small of your back, and that will help with that sort of lumbar lordosis or your lumbar curve. And from there you can try and walk away from the wall having that corrected position.
Yes.
So
what about elderly or pregnant women, or you have kids, you're carrying your kids like this, or you're carrying boxes?
I think a lot of moms with toddlers always tend to sort of put them on the same hip.
Is that a bad thing?
And you'll normally be putting them on the hip where you're a little bit like
wonky,
deviated that way anyway, so it feels quite comfortable to go that way. When you really should actually alternate. I mean, I know it's hard with children because they need to be picked up at certain stages, but almost try to consciously sort of alternate that as well. With everything, you've got to just be more aware of how you're doing it, and especially the repetitive strain things. You start to do it in your dysfunctional comfort zone. And you've got to start going, hang on, I'm always leaning to that side to pick it up because it's heavy, or I'm always doing this. And it's those
use your legs
chronic
when you're
things.
picking up. That's one thing that helped me a lot. Squats and bend down and you use your legs as well. We said it's a complex topic, and I hope that we provided some information that will bring relief for people. You know, there are other therapies that we haven't even touched on, like massaging, for example, that could help as well, and inversion tables as well. But we'll get you back as always. Thanks so much for joining us on Real Health. It was great to have you with us. And it was your first time, Belle. It was awesome having you with us. Well, guys, share your stories with us. Has something worked for you? Is there something you're interested in as well? We'd love to hear from you. Please pop me a mail on info@thehomechannel.co.za. Also, if you want to get in touch with our beautiful guests from today's show, you can visit thehomechannel.co.za for more detail. Until next time, goodbye, stay healthy. Remember our health mantra: you're healthy, vibrant, and lean. Love and take care of your being. Until next time, cheers.
But I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better.